Hello everyone. Welcome to Marking Up with HTML for Beginners. I'm Amit Kumar and this is the 24th tutorial representing computer code. So friends, in our previous two tutorials, we have discussed about few formatting elements with help of which we can format some real life tags. Now in this tutorial, we are going to talk about few elements which are basically used to represent codes and their output on the HTML page in the same format as they appear on the integrated development environment or on any IDE. So there are a number of elements available for marking up computer code using HTML, like I have listed below. Code. Now code is used to represent generic piece of a computer code. Now pre may appear as similar to code, but pre can also be used to retain white space. Okay, so I will show you that in the practical session, so don't you worry about it. Now for representing variables, we use var element. For representing keyboard shortcuts, we use kbd. And for representing output, we use sam. So these are the 5 elements that we use in HTML to represent computer codes on the HTML page. So let's see these elements practically. Okay, so you can see I have created a tutorial 24 folder over here on my Notepad++ inside my workspace. And I have also created this HTML5 with computer code as title and the same as heading. Now here I have also kept a piece of C language code. So if you are following my programming in C beginners tutorial, you must be understanding what is written over here. Otherwise, just keep in your mind that this is just a piece of C language code, right? Now I kept this piece inside P, inside paragraph tag, and now it's time to see the output. So let me save this file inside tutorial 24 and I will give it a name as computer code.html. And now let's run this and you can see the way it's showing you the output, right? Now clearly you can see this was not the way we were expecting it to come. Now definitely you can change the line with BR so it can come in new lines, but still for that tab space or for that indentation you have to work a lot, right? Now we are having few codes with us like we have seen in our slide. So it's time to use them. So first of all, I am using the code element. Fine. So this one also is a code and let me copy paste this one. Okay. So I'm selecting everything and pressing Ctrl D. So it will create a copy of whatsoever I have selected. And this one I will keep in pre tag. Fine. And I hope it would be clear, but let me use some subheading to represent which tag I have used. So this is code element. Okay. So that will be for this one. This is pre element. So we have seen two of them, code and pre. Let me use one more tag. So let me copy paste this one and fine. And the first one will be with paragraph element. So P element. So instead of using code, I will use simple P. Fine. So you can feel the difference between paragraph, code and pre element. Fine. So let me run again. So now you can see this is your paragraph, right? And this is your code element. So you can clearly see the change in the font. And of course, this one looks better than this paragraph element. And now you can see this pre element. This pre element is maintaining all the spaces that we have given in the file, right? Even this space, right? So we should not provide, if you don't want to provide this much of space, just remove them. Okay. And now if I will refresh it, so you will feel the difference. You got that? So now there is one point I want to mention. If you remember, hash include, and then I have used stdio.h. That is not part of this certain code, whether I'm using paragraph element, whether I'm using code element, and whether I'm using pre element. The reason for that is this angular brackets are used in HTML to represent normal tags, and that's why you cannot print them simply, right? So if you want to do anything like that, what you can do is you can use character references for them. So if you remember, this is less than symbol. So I have already told you about that. So it will be ampersand LT and semicolon. And similarly, to represent this, it will be ampersand, GT and semicolon. So let me show you the difference. Now you will get this stdio.h, okay? And here again you have to implement the same thing in these two, and definitely you will get the same output like this. Now I guess you understood the difference between P, code and pre-element. Now code element tells that a particular block is a code, so it also provides a semantic meaning rather than just providing a format. Similarly, pre-element is used to represent white spaces as well as telling the browser that this is a piece of code. But if you will keep the code inside pre-element, it will be a normal text. So even the screen reader will not treat it as a code. Now there were few more tags that we have seen. So let me show you those tags as well. Now these elements are for variables, keyboard and output. Now to represent that, let me show you a piece of code like int var, and let me keep it inside paragraph again. Fine. And what I will do, I will also keep the same thing, our var element. So if you remember the var element, that is for variables. Now let me run this one. So let me save it first with name variables kbd samp.html. Fine. So let me show you the output. So launch in Chrome, and now you can see the difference in the format they appear. Fine. Now two more elements are there. So let me show you. Keyboard is used to represent shortcuts. So let me print a paragraph. Fine. And this should appear, right? This should appear as keyboard shortcut. So I'm making it as two paragraphs, and in one of the paragraph, I will use this KBD, fine, to represent this shortcut. And let's see the difference in the format. Okay. And of course, it will also provide a semantic meaning to the screen reader. So let me run it again. And you can see how this shortcut is appearing. Here we haven't used any KBD tag, and here we have used the KBD tag. Fine. And the last one is to represent the output. So for that, the tag is samp. So let me represent the output here. Now let's suppose this is the output, right? Now first, let's try to print it with help of a paragraph. And we know that to represent this line change, we have to use BR tag. So definitely we have to use BR here, and one BR here, and one BR here. Fine. So it might appear like an output. And now let me show this with a samp element. So SAMP, right? And here also SAMP. And now I'm first removing this BR from here. So I will not provide break within this samp first. So let me launch it in Chrome. And now you can see this one. This one is an output that I have given with the samp element. And this one is an output which I have given with the P element. Definitely, this is not having any semantic meaning. This is having a semantic meaning as well as format of an output. Now, definitely to change the line, you have to use the BR. So that's why I have shown you without BR first. So let me provide these BRs again, and let me refresh the page, and now you get the output. So these are the tags, these are the elements that we use to represent computer code on our HTML page. In our next tutorial, we are going to discuss about time and date and various formats in which we can show this time and date. So that marks the end of this tutorial. Hope to meet you in the next tutorial. Till then, thank you and happy programming.